gods. In this dialogue, we dive into the science of ancient wisdom to get what you want.
This source, wow, this one really caught my eye. This author lays out their philosophy for achieving desires, and they're so confident about it.
Yeah.
It's not just wishing, though. It's like they've got this whole system, almost like a cosmic recipe for how to turn thoughts into reality.
Yeah, it's interesting how they blend, like, biblical references and then esoteric ideas. It's almost as if they're trying to bridge, ancient wisdom with practical advice, which I think, our listeners might find pretty intriguing.
It's like they're saying, hey, I've cracked the code, and now I'm letting you in on the secret. And they jump right in with this bold statement. You, like the magician of the tarot card, have placed your hand in heaven, sucked upon the infinite potentiality of the cosmos, and directed it to the definite outcome.
Wow.
I mean, talk about a visual.
Right. That's some potent imagery. And it really gets at the core of their whole argument, this idea that we can tap into some larger, like, cosmic order, did they call it? If a cosmic order?
They call it a cosmic order repeatedly.
Yeah.
To manifest our desires.
Yeah, like there's some kind of underlying structure to the universe that if we can just understand it, we can work with it.
Exactly. So it's not just about wishing on a star. It's about understanding how to work with this cosmic order to make things happen. And they break down their process very, very structured, almost like a step-by-step guide, which I kind of like.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of things like manifestation or creative visualization, which I know we've talked about before. And it all starts with, the power of thought. But they kind of go a little deeper than that, I think. They use this phrase, understand, overstand, and understand.
Ooh, I love that. It's like they're saying understanding something intellectually isn't enough. You have to truly embody it. And speaking of embodiment, they connect thought to the Roman god Mercury, who you might know as Hermes from Greek mythology, the messenger of the gods, known for speed and communication. What do you make of that connection?
Well, I don't think it's random at all, actually.
Right.
In a lot of different cultures, thought is seen as the seed of action. So its speed and clarity matter a lot.
Right.
The author's really emphasizing focused intention here. Like, if your thoughts are muddled or scattered, they're not going to be as effective when you're trying to shape your reality.
So it's about being very, very intentional about the seeds of desire that we're planting. But it's not just about thought, right? They bring in another figure from classical mythology.
Yeah, we move from Mercury to Venus, the goddess of love and beauty.
Yeah.
And the author talks about having this, like, burning love for the thing you desire.
It's about infusing those desires with passionate energy.
Exactly, yeah.
And this is where I think things get really, really interesting. Because they make a distinction between passive desire and active will. It's a nuance I think a lot of people miss.
Totally, because they're saying it's not enough to just want something. You have to actively will it into being.
Yeah.
It's subtle, but it's so powerful.
And to really drive that point home, they even bring in a biblical quote, right?
Yes. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
From the book of Matthew.
It's that idea that we're aligning our own individual will with some kind of universal will. It's a collaboration, not brute force.
Working with the universe.
Which circles back so beautifully to that magician analogy from earlier.
Yes.
Working with the universe's energies, not trying to overpower them.
It's like we're dancing with the cosmos, trying to find that perfect harmony between what we desire and the energy of the universe.
I like that, yeah.
So we've talked about thought, desire, will, this whole idea of aligning ourselves with this cosmic order. But how do we actually take those desires and make them manifest in our lives?
Yeah, that's where the rubber meets the road, right?
Yeah.
And the author goes right into the etymology of the word manifest. They break it down to its roots. Hand, meaning action, and struck, like to make something undeniable.
I love that they went there because it really emphasizes that we have an active role in this. We're not just like thinking about things and hoping they'll happen. It's about taking concrete steps to make those wishes a reality.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not passively hoping. You're using your will and your action to bring these desires into the physical world. It's like that saying, the universe rewards action.
Yes. And to back that up even further, they bring in another biblical reference, right? This time from the book of James.
Right.
Show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works.
Yeah, it's like that old saying, you can wish in one hand and...
Dip it in the other and see which one fills up faster.
Exactly. This author's all about action. They're saying, look, you can have all the right thoughts, you can have all the right desires, but if you don't act on them, nothing's going to happen.
Right. It's about bridging that gap between the ethereal realm of thought and the tangible realm of action. And it's interesting because throughout this whole piece, it seems like the author's writing from a place of experience, It's like they're saying, this isn't just a theory for me, this is my life.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And they claim to have actually achieved their desires using this method, which begs the question, what does their version of success actually look like?
Right.
They talk about experiencing their highest ideal, but they never explicitly define what that is.
Yeah, they leave it kind of open-ended, don't they?
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Maybe it's intentional,
Right.
Maybe it's not about achieving some predefined notion of success,
Yeah.
but about something much more personal.
I like that. It's more individualized. So then it becomes empowering.
It's like they're saying, here's the framework, now you fill in the blanks.
Ooh, I like that. But it does make you wonder, okay, what would manifesting my highest ideal actually look like in my life? It's like they're giving us a compass instead of a map,
Right.
They're not telling us exactly where to go, but they're saying, here's how to figure out your own direction, your own North Star.
Yeah, it's about recognizing that success, that word, it means something different to everyone.
Right.
What really matters to you?
Right.
What kind of life do you want to manifest? Those are questions that only you can answer.
It reminds me of that quote, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." But in this case, the first step is kind of figuring out where you want to go in the first place.
Right, and then having the courage to actually go after it. This author, they really seem to believe in this. Like, they figured out how to bridge that gap between thought and reality.
Yeah.
They're saying, if I can do it, you can too.
It's a powerful message, it really is. Makes you think about your own potential. So as we're wrapping up this deep dive, what stands out to you the most from this source?
Well, it's been a journey, hasn't it?
It has.
We unpacked this author's unique perspective, this blend of ancient wisdom and practical advice, all about aligning thought, desire, and action. But I think the biggest takeaway is that it all starts with us.
Yes.
Defining our own version of success, and then, like we were talking about, taking those first steps.
Absolutely.
Having the courage to make it happen.
It's not about following someone else's formula. It's about using these ideas as inspiration for your own journey.
Exactly.
So to borrow a phrase from this author, what will you manifest today?